You people, I have made this video especially to those students who requested me. Let us start with your part B. Okay, that is question 21. Read the given passage and answer the given questions. I'll read it for you. Just listen to me while I'm reading and try to understand it. Kunti went to her son Karna and requested him not to reuse an arrow at the battlefield against Arjuna. Karna happily gave the boon. He thought that his mother was greater than his boon. Later on, he was easily killed by Arjuna in the battlefield as he would not reuse the arrow. Why did Kunti go to Karna? Kunti went to Karna to request him not to reuse an arrow at the battlefield against Arjuna. It is given in the first line itself, right? That you have to write here. Okay. Kunti went to Karna to request him not to reuse an arrow at the battlefield against Arjuna. That you have to write. Okay. From to request him not to use an arrow at the battlefield against Arjuna. Till here you can write. Okay. Now let us go for question B. What were the sacrifice made by Karna? Yeah. I'll tell you. Yeah. Okay. Karna sacrificed his own life in the battlefield. Isn't it? Here is given, see. He was easily killed by Arjuna in the battlefield as he would not reuse the arrow, right? So you can write here the answer. Karna sacrificed his own life in the battlefield. Like this way you can write there. Now we'll go for question number 22. To do question number 22, first we need to read the passage given. Okay, I'll read it for you. Just listen to me and try to understand what the passage is about, what is given in the passage, everything. Okay, let me read it. Once upon a time, there lived a wealthy man called Surender. Surender was so wealthy that he had 3 huge barns heaped high with gold and silver, rare diamonds, and precious stones. But he was a terrible miser too. He was so stingy that he was loath to spend any of his carefully hoarded treasure. He bought the cheapest and the dowdiest and the most ordinary clothes for his children. For food, he stopped just short of starving his family. Oh my God. They supped on gruel most of the time so that more money could be saved. Now, there is a question related to this passage. Okay, what was there in Surendra's hoard to call himself wealthy? It is given in the second line, right? Surendra was so wealthy that he had 3 huge pans heaped high with gold and silver. That you can write like this. In Surendra's hoard, there were 3 huge pans heaped high with gold and silver, rare diamonds, and precious stone to call himself wealthy. Isn't it? You can see here in the second line, right? He had 3 huge pans heaped high with gold and rare silvers and rare diamonds and precious stones, right? That you can write here. Okay. Next, question number 23. To do question number 23, you should read the poem and then do the question. Okay, let us start. I'll read it for you. Just listen to me and try to understand what the poetry is about and what does it try to explain you. Okay, let me read it for you. So work the honeybees, creatures that by a rule in nature teach the art of order to a people kingdom. They have a king and officers of sorts, where some like magistrates correct at home, others like merchants venture trade abroad, others like soldiers armed in their stings make a boot upon the summer's velvet birds, which pillage they with merry mirth bring home to the tent royal of their temperer, who busied in his majesty's surveys, the singing mason building roofs of gold, the civil citizens kneading up the honesty. Okay. How does the poet describe the duty consciousness of the bees? This answer you can write like this. Okay. A sample answer for you. Just listen to me what I'm going to tell you that you have to note down. The poet describes the duty consciousness of the bees by saying that the bees complete their duties in a proper order by distributing their tasks among themselves. They are very sincere and hardworking. They set an example for humans to work in team. They neither cheat nor complain. They always stay loyal to their masters. This answer you can write here. Okay. Uh, we'll go for next row. Now question 7 is given there. Sorry, it is not 7, it is 24, it should be. Study the following picture and write on it. There is a space provided. You have to write there some dialogues between Dadaji and the children. This story is about Dadaji and the greatness of outdoor games. Okay, I'll give you a sample story of this. You can use your own skills to write this story. Okay, by seeing the pictures, I could say in the first picture, Dadaji and the greatness of outdoor games. Okay, I'll give names to the children, Riha and Raju. Riha and Raju were playing at the park, and Dadaji watched them from the park bench. Okay, next picture. Children were exhausted. Children were exhausted and they wanted to play indoors because of the scorching heat. Okay, one of them decided to play indoor games. By hearing this, Dadaji explained them that outdoor games involve running around are a lot healthier than indoor games. In the third picture, we can say Dadaji is explaining them outdoor games are lot healthier than indoor games. He also explains them that playing in under sun will give them vitamin D and running around makes their muscles and bone strong. At last, both the children agreed with what Dadaji explained them, and then Dadaji felt happy to see both of them agreed with him. Okay, this is what this story is. You can write like that. Now, let us go for question number 25. It should be. Okay. Rearrange the following sentences into a meaningful paragraph and write it. Here they have given the events of the story in wrong order. What you have to do is you should rearrange in an order. Okay, correct order, which comes first, second, third, and fourth. Let me read the unordered story there. They crowded around and laughed at him. Nagendra was orphaned boy. He had a brilliant idea. Nagendra called out a kind of wisdom for sale. This is a story you might have heard or you might have read in your book. Okay, let me tell you which event is first here. Nagendra was orphaned boy is the first one. Number two, he had a brilliant idea. This is number two. Number three, Nagendra called out a kind of wisdom for sale. Okay, and then number four, they crowded around and laughed at him. These are the events of the story of Nagendra. Okay, so tell me the numbers, which is the first, second, third, fourth. First event is Nagendra was orphan boy. Second, he has got idea. Number three is Navindra called a kind of wisdom for sale. And then at last, all the people crowded around and laughed at him. All these are 4, 1, 2, 3 is the order. Okay. Now let us go for question number 9. By using the clues, uh, you should construct a meaningful story or frame a meaningful story. Clues are given there. A small girl wished to become singer, no facility, uncle helped, join for class, hard work, famous singer, and also you should write moral. As I have told you in the previous videos that before you write the story, you should give one title as well as the moral for the story. For this story, you can give the title A Passionate Girl. Okay, I have given a sample answer for you. Just listen to my story and then try to capture the words and write it in your book. Let me start. Rima, a small girl from a remote village, had a passion for singing. She wished to become a singer, but her village lacked the resources and facilities to make her dream come true. One day, her uncle visited and saw her passion for singing. He noticed her skills and talent and helped her in joining the musical class in the village. By her hard work and dedication, she became a good and famous singer. For this, we can give the title that Where There Is a Will, There Is a Way. Okay, this is it. Don't worry, I will send the pictures at the end of the video. Okay, so that you can take a screenshot of it and copy the answers in your notes. Now let us go for question number 7. You are Ravi or Radha. If you are a boy, you should write Ravi. If you are a girl, then you should write Radha. Okay, the secretary of the cultural club of your school. You have been asked to notify about Teachers' Day celebration in your school. Write a notice. You are secretary of the cultural club, and what you have to do is you should write a notice about Teachers' Day celebration in your school. As I have discussed in the previous videos, first you need to write the title, what the event is you're going to celebrate. Okay, that you should write in bold letters, in capital letters, by saying Teachers Day celebration. Okay, in the next you should write date, on what date you are going to issue the notice. That date you should mention. For example, today you are going to issue the notice, right? So you can write 26th of March 2023 in the second line. Okay, and then you should start with attention students. Then you can write like this. The cultural club of our school is pleased to announce that we will be celebrating Teachers' Day on September 5th. We invite all the students to join us in honoring our teachers and expressing our gratitude for their hard work and dedication. We will be organizing various activities and events to make this day special. We encourage all the students to participate and show their appreciation. We look forward to seeing you all there. Thank you, Cultural Club Secretary Radha. Okay, like this way you have to write. I'll show you the template after at the end of the video. You just have to go through the template and write how the pattern is given there. Okay, now there is last question, question 28. Imagine you are Mahesh or Meena. If you're a boy, you have to write Mahesh. If you're a girl, then you should write Meena. Studying in 8th standard, Government High School, Kalaburgi. Write a letter to your headmaster requesting to make a garden in your school. Yeah. If you're a boy, you should write two address like this. Mahesh, 8th standard, Government High School, Kalaburgi. And then leave one line, and in the next line you write date 27th March 2023. Okay, and then leave one line and go for the next line and write the headmaster to whom you're writing letter, that you should mention here. The headmaster, Government High School, Kalaburgi. And then you should give salutations or greetings. by saying respected sir. At, After that, you should write subject. What is the subject here? Request to make a garden in the school. Okay, that is your subject. And then start the body of the letter. Okay, you can write anything in the body. You can write like this: I believe that having a garden in our school would be beneficial for both the students and the staff. It would provide a peaceful and calming environment for us to relax and take a break. Looking forward for the positive response from you to make a garden in our school. And then in the last line, you should write thanking you. In the same line, in left hand side, you should write yours faithfully, Mahesh, 8th standard. If you're a girl, then you should write Meena, 8th standard. This is it for today. All the very best for your exams. Have a good day. Thank you.